So I want to talk a little bit about the differences in Riesling from all over the place. But specifically, I have 3 wines here that were from the Wines of Germany. I do appreciate them sending me these wines. They're pretty awesome. I'll start out with this Selbach Riesling Cabinet. This is a wine that is from 2015, which was a superb and spectacular vintage wine. I think the really interesting thing about a Mosel Riesling is that it has an amazing amount of acidity. And so the alcohol level is 9% on this wine, and it is a little bit sweet, but without that sugar, without the little bit of sugar left in, oh my gosh, it would be terrible. It would not have any balance. It would not have anything to recommend it. I mean, floral notes, it smells like apricots and peaches, and it smells like a waterfall, all of these wonderful things. And when you sip it, you get that experience, but then you have this incredibly high acidity. And because of that, you are going to need a little bit of sugar to balance it. It's just the way that it goes. So I think that these wines are probably best enjoyed with food, something salty and rich. Cheeses are really great with it. You can have it with some seafood, or you can definitely have it with Asian food, and we did a whole Asian food podcast, which you might enjoy listening to, and some of the sweeter styles of Riesling really go quite well with it. But one of the other things that's very interesting, both in food pairing and otherwise, is wines that are dry from Riesling, which we see more and more, and certain regions are more successful with the dry styles than others. I think Mosel does less of a good job, and places like Rheinhessen, where it's a tiny bit warmer, Baden, Pfalz, even some parts of Rheingau, really do a little bit better with the drier styles because they're able to get the kinds of ripeness that you need in order to make a wine dry but still have something going for it. Really interesting, these 2 wines are quite different. One, first of all, they're from different vintages. The 2012 is just a general Rheinhessen Riesling. The 2013 is a Dittelsheim dry Riesling, Riesling Trocken, Trocken means dry, from Kalkstein. And what this wine presents is something that is of great dimension. You'll see the little eagle on here. This is with the grapes. This is the VDP, or the marketing organization of about 200 wineries that have bound together to try their best to improve upon German wine law, which they feel is not really adequate enough to make really good choices for the consumer. And this wine is from the villages, an Ortswein level. It's a village wine. The difference between these 2 wines is really striking, and the similarity as well. So they both have this lovely mineral lemon verbena note to them. They're a little bit like sauteed herbs. They're like a lemon cookie almost, really, really delicious, and high acidity, and both are incredibly dry. The difference though is that the generic wine, the one that is just from Rheinhessen, and again, it could also be vintage dependent, tends to just be a little bit flatter. It doesn't have the fullness, the style, the richness and texture the one from the village has, which I think really makes a big difference. So I guess that my lesson here in this mini review is that, you know, the Mosel style and the Rheinhessen style could not be more different. These could be completely different grapes. So that's one lesson. The second thing is, within vintage, within vineyard, within specificity, you really need to take a look at who's making the wine, where it's being made, and perhaps sometimes this level of specificity, whether it's from a village versus just a general area. Sometimes that makes a huge difference in quality. So I would just, if you're going to shop for Riesling, which you totally should because it's great with food, but not only is it great with food, it's an awesome value, I would definitely make sure to shop a lot of different things and try some different things. And often, you know, they're not that expensive. Maybe you can have some friends over and try them together so that you can see the difference between styles, what you like and what you don't like, and really pinpoint it. Because I think when it comes to Riesling, there is a world of versatility and there's a world of delicious wines that you're missing out on if you don't try a whole bunch. And if you can, like I said, try a whole bunch next to each other, because it's a really great exercise and great learning. So I hope that you will go out and do that. Can't think of a wine I enjoy more than Riesling, so definitely get on it.